Is the mic working now? Is it working now?
Is the mic working now? Is it working?
Yep, it's working now. As I turn my phone on to check my... Well, that was embarrassing. Hope everyone is doing well. Can you all hear me fine if you're watching? We're painting some Iden of Deepkin, and I've got this cool little soul render to paint up today. Thought I'd jump on for a hobby thing, so let's get cracking. See what I did there? Made a C pun. So we're going to start with getting his flesh done, or at least getting the base coat on his flesh, just because there's not a lot of it to do, and it all is very recessed in his armor. So we're going to have to tidy up the armor after we do this. Put a little bit closer. I want this to run. Want this to run. Just got to get in all these little gaps here. We're not going to try and be too neat, because the main reason we're doing this first is so we can go back up and we can touch up with the black when we need to later, which is cool. Hey G, nice to see you there, mate. So, that's all the flesh there is to do on him. Just a small little bit on his face. And while we wait for that to dry before we shall wash up on it, we're going to probably work on some of his cloth. So we'll start with some Stegodon Scale Green. Okay. So, how is everyone's hobby going? Getting some hobby done, I hope. So yeah, just continue on getting our Star Collecting books done. I've got this and the eels to go, and then my bases when they arrive. Nice. There is a lot of things in those cast nuts. They have a lot of detail. Yeah. What's worse is like they're completely unsubassemble possible. They just don't go together, like, because they are, I guess, an easy to build kit. They do not subassemble well, and so you just have to paint them as one big go. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, so. So now we're going to try and get do the other little bits of cloth, the like bits that show through his hand. So they are going to be, when I can find the colour, Dark Reaper. So this is going to be like little bits of cloth in between his. Yeah, they can be a bit of a pain to paint. Like, they're beautiful models. There's no doubt about that. They are a pain to paint. Yeah, so at the moment we're just, mainly because this guy's majority armor, we're picking up a lot of like the colors underneath. And that way I can go over, do my black over the top, pick that back out again, and then it's just easy work from there. Just picking out all those other colors. So we'll start looking at the metals and stuff now. Yeah, so we can slowly pull him through. We'll work on this guy next, and we'll have him in thralls. And I've just got 3 eels to go for my start collecting box. And then after this, I guess my next paint project I posted up about, I'm going to try and do my Wanderers Cities of Sigma army up. And I'll have hopefully a hobby challenge at some point coming on the channel where I'll be attempting to do the Bone Reapers. Cheers, man. That Wood Elf Dragon will just be a Dreadlord on Black Dragon. That's what we're going to use as. He has the spear, he has a dragon, he has a shield, he is exactly the same model as a Dreadlord on Black Dragon, so that's what we'll be using him as. Anyway. Yeah, he is fantastic. That is the Lord on Dragon one as well, so that's the 2001 Wood Elf Lord on Dragon, so it's not Nestra and Arahan. It's just the Lord on top. Yeah, I picked him up. Oh, I've had him for years now. I have lots of old Wood Elf models. It's like for my sergeant in the Wild Rider unit I'm going to do So the wild ride unit is actually going to be 5 on stags, 5 on the old horse ones, and then 4 stags, 5 of the old horse ones, and then I'm going to model up the old Lord on stag as a unit champion. So I'm going to use a lot of my old Wood Elf Lords as unit champions. So the guy with the greatsword is going to be like a unit champion for a unit of Wildwood Rangers. I've got some of the old BSBs in there, being banners. Yeah, what else were my first models way back when? Jotting down all our base coats at the moment. Yeah, so now we're just figuring out where I want to put different colors. And yeah, if you're in the chat, say hi. Let us know what you've been working on lately. And yeah, share your hobby. So yeah, this is a cool little model to paint as well. I really do like this model a lot. He's actually probably my favorite Deacon model, actually. So I'm really excited that he's in the Start Collecting box. Or is he my favorite? He might tie there with Lotan. I do like Lotan a lot. I mean, who doesn't like Lotan? He's such a cool model. just love the whole like anglerfish thing this guy's got going on. I also love his little fishy here. Look forward to painting him up. We need to I will be back in 1 second. I need to grab a different pot of water because I need to dilute some paint. Give me a sec. We'll be back. Because, like a dum-dum, I just washed the metallic in that pot. I should have diluted that first. Wouldn't show up normally. It's diluting. Oh yeah, I normally have my 2 pots out, but I was only just working with metallics now, so top tip, use 2 pots, one for your metallics, one for your non-metallics. Especially when you're washing, more than anything when you're doing washes. So just now we can go back and touch up with some black. Not going to be able to do the black on that mask properly though, because we've got the wash drying, so I might go around and put some other washes down on him. So, or at least pick out the rest of it. What other base coats do I have to do? I've got to do his brass base coat first. So we'll get some Bathstar gold going. So we're just slapping down a little bit of gold. What I should do. So I'm just going to get some Rolex hide in the middle of this pole as well. Right, so just slapping down some colour on this. So thanks everyone who's watching. Like I said, if you're watching and you're there, say hello. Let us know what hobby you're doing. So yeah. Got a couple of games booked in for this week now, which is cool. So we should have some new bat reps coming up on the channel. I don't know what I'm going to use. I've got a couple of games lined up. Probably a 1500 and a 2K game. Maybe I'll take the Stormcast out for a run again sometime soon, or maybe I'll throw a City's Army together. Might see the Grots come back out. If I can be bothered, I might be able to get the Beast of Chaos out finished. But I need to paint the Herdstone to do that, and that's probably not going to happen in time. All right, well, let's get the skin done. Ow. Itchy back of leg. So you relay it up with some Rack flesh. I want to get this new city's army done up, so I've got something different to play. Also want to get Stormcast army like properly, so we can have like some cool 2K Stormcast lists. I got a good castigator list I want to give a try out. I'll have like 30 odd castigators in it. Just because they're an amazingly cool looking unit. Alrighty, so we want to slap down some washers now. So we need some Nuln oil. Just need to get the basic house based and get the herdstone done, and I think I've got the chariots to finish it up, and then it's all sort of dandy with the basic house, and they can probably start peering in some bat reps. Like for me, I don't mind playing against unpainted armies, but I'm the guy with the channel, so I feel my armies should be painted on, or at least very nearly almost painted on it. Yeah, it'd be cool to give the basic house a good run out. Never actually. I've played against basic house plenty of times. Never played with them ever. So, no idea what I'm in for. I did a cool like Dark Walker scheme, so it's very dark. Flesh shade for the brass. Where did I put it? There it is. So yeah, I look forward to getting my beasts on the table eventually. I painted them so hard and so much. I just need a quick break, and they'll be done in like next to no time. At the moment, these Idneth are my number one priority because I'm the guy running the slow grow. I don't want to be the one that doesn't finish when I'm the one running it. I feel I need to set the bar of getting done. Alright, so that's washers down. While we wait for the washers to dry, we can do the things that don't need washers and start layering them. So what's really cool about this scheme, I think what's really important when you're painting as well is to not everything needs a wash, right? So, for instance, I'm not washing the brown. I'll be just layering that and doing highlights on the brown. It doesn't need a wash. It's already a really dark brown in Ronix hide, so I can just highlight it. The tassels, once again, are in Screamer Pink. They're already really dark. They're going to provide natural shading when I highlight them. Just because they're a dark color, I can use that to be the shade. I think that's like an important thing when you're painting. Like, not everything needs a wash. GW, and like I'm following a GW tutorial. There's no doubt about it. But GW normally goes, base layer, base wash, layer, highlight. They're very, standard sort of pattern, but not everything needs all four of those or needs them in that order, etc. So it's always worth just thinking about what you're doing and why you're doing it. Yeah, this is Oscar. Nice to see you there, mate. And hello. This is personally my favorite Ideneth model. He runs a close race with Lotan, but I definitely think he is. He's not the model I'm looking most forward to painting, though. I can't wait to paint an Eidolon for my Ideneth. But we got him. I've got 10 thralls done. I've got him. I'll get some eels done, and then I'll probably smash it. I've got a boat coming, and I'm going to smash out another 10 thralls. I've got a Soul Scry and a King, and we should be able to, get 1,000 points of Ideneth on the table for some bat reps, hopefully pretty soon. Ideneth are just a cool range. I reckon they're one of the most aesthetically pleasing armies that have come out in AOS. I think they just look so amazing, more so than like Fire Slayers are pretty bland. Stormcast are nice in their own way, in that they're nice big blocks of color, and they really do look nice amassed and really big together. I think their models, on the other hand, aren't the nicest models altogether. Like, they're all nice models, they're just not the most standout models. Stormcast have the thing where, I think plonking down a unit of 30 Liberators when they're all painted up just looks amazing for Stormcast. I think Stormcast look nice in those big chunky blocks of numbers. Ideneth individually, every model looks great. Daughter Kane look cool. Yeah, Ideneth are just so nice. Yeah, I think Ideneth are probably, I would say more than anything, Ideneth are the aesthetic that really has gone that a little bit far. That I think KO are up there, but I don't think KO have as many nice models as Ideneth. I think what AOS is all about, and like the weird and wacky, I think Ideneth and Caradron Overlords. Of which I also have a rather large Caradron Overlords army now, just sitting that needs to be painted. Yeah, both Ideneth and KO are just so cool. I think KO, Ideneth, show the fantastical nature. Does that make sense? They show the true fantasy of AOS, while KO show how far you can push fantasy. by bringing in effectively a steampunk, their own version of steampunk in Aetherpunk. The Lumineth are not quite as outlandish as the rest, I will say. I think Lumineth are quite a bit more dialed back, which is why I find it weird. I think the aesthetic of Lumineth is a lot more dialed back to almost more traditional fantasy-ish. And by fantasy, I don't mean Warhammer Fantasy. I mean like just fantasy genre. Lumineth are almost very generic, not far off being very generic fantasy genre, while Idneth and KO are very far out there. Yeah, I think like the problem with Idneth is like there's no hiding it. They are the most internally unbalanced army in the game. They're a really good army when you play particular builds, but they have such terrible internal balance that everything in the army is just like, why are you not taking eels and things that make eels better? But yeah. So, what army are you painting up, or what hobby have you been doing lately, Oscar? Love to know what you've been up to. And yeah, I don't know if anyone saw, like, I'm going to be doing the city's army, obviously, and hopefully my actual day job. Unfortunately, I do not do anywhere near enough to make this a full-time job. That'd be the dream one day, you know. Imagine living off Warhammer content. That would be amazing. Warhammer being able to pay the bills. Would love it. But anyway, my day job is we've had like a couple of chefs quit my work. And then it's been school holidays. It's just been hectic at work lately. And so just haven't managed to get a lot of stuff done, unfortunately. Alright. Start getting those tassels highlighted, so we need a. Although, before we do that, we might start doing the biggest part on this model, which is going to be those armor plates and highlighting everything. So we'll start with some Cantor Blue. This is the longest process of this scheme that I'm doing, as I sort of just painted the armor black and then I just highlight all the raised areas. So what we're doing is we're just picking out all the raised bits of the armor. This is the longest part of doing this scheme. This takes a while. Might actually drop my chair down so I can leave it a bit better. Whoop. There we go. That's a much nicer thing. Move the camera a little bit. See my pile of dice. So yeah, this just takes time. Start to see all the blue coming up. Really need to get some better camera tech. That's on the cards. Be happy with where I get to on this guy. I think by the end of the night, because I should have all these armor nice and highlighted. I've done a few things. The slap washes down. I should be ready to do some more work tomorrow. All right. So, yeah, happy where I'm going to get to at the end of tonight on this guy. Should have him done. Hopefully, I should be able to finish him up tomorrow night, I reckon. Oh, my LED here. Just like rubbing it. I'm leaning ever so close enough that it's rubbing on my eyebrow and itching me. And halfway through painting something, trying not to like fidget and knock my own painting. So finish this arm, and then I've just got his helmet to highlight for armor wise, and then we might call it a night once I've done that. All right. So we're just finishing up the last little bits. Thank you everyone for liking the video. That means the world. Yeah, so yeah, thank you very much. If you are watching, please don't forget to like the video. And more importantly, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All that helps a ton. And if you're watching, let us know what you're hobbying on. What you have been hobbying on lately. What's eating your mind up in Warhammer at the moment? What are you thinking about Warhammer-wise? See, like all the blue highlighting we've done on his armor is starting to really stand out now, which is nice. Which is really cool. Just got a couple of little metal bits I got to pick out. Little sort of hoops that sit on his hook. Oh, awesome, Andrew. That sounds awesome, mate. I very much look forward to seeing progress shots on that. You should definitely, if you're not already, jump down in the description. There's a link to our Discord server for the channel. You should definitely go share your Nurgle AOS journey on the Discord server, and share your 40k as well. I'm up for seeing all cool things. I got some 40k that I'm going to paint eventually. But unfortunately, Andrew, you've caught us right at the end here, mate. I'm going to have to go because I have work in the morning and it's 9:45. Yeah, mate. Please do share those pictures in the Discord. So, yeah, I've got to go, everyone. I've got work in the morning. Hooray for me. I'll be back tomorrow night, though, with another hobby hangout, and should be able to be on a lot longer. But thank you, everyone, for hanging out. It's been cool. Nice to see you all. Hope you all stay safe, stay well. And most of all, everyone, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.